everybody, and welcome to Enjoy English. I am Shane.
I'm Betty.
Hey, Betty, how are you today?
Good. Couldn't be better.
Do you like cute animals?
Of course I do.
What a stupid question, right? Who doesn't like cute animals? Well, we are going to be talking about a super cute animal today, Capybaras.
对，我们同学我们今天要讲的呢，就是这个 Capybaras， 可能大家没有听过，但是水豚大家一定有听过，因为水豚最近在台湾很红啦，很多地方其实都可以看水豚互动啊，然后喂水豚啊。
你有喂过吗？还是摸过吗？Me too.
这很可爱。
They're so sweet and...
Sweet? How do you know they're sweet or
they're
not?
Just very sweet and, meaning like nice and they're...
Gentle.
Well, yeah. So in our title here, it says... Capybaras, the gentle giants of the animal kingdom.
对。
So, yeah, when we say gentle, yeah, you can say somebody's very sweet, nice, kind, gentle.
对，他们都不太动嘛，对不对？我记得他们就是坐在那里不动。
对，你可以摸他们，我觉得 that's really cool.
所以这里在讲说，水豚啊是动物界的社交之王，就这样，你随便去随便摸它，它都觉得 OK。Yeah,
they're very calm. Right. Okay. So when we say something is a gentle giant, we are just referring to something that is big, oftentimes like an animal or even a person. And because they're big, oftentimes that's intimidating or scary. So we will say something is a gentle giant, meaning that it's not going to harm you or attack you. Usually, you can, if it's an animal, you can pet it. It's not going to run away from you. Yeah.
对，这里讲到这个 gentle giant， 就是这两个有冲突的字怎么放在一起？主要是因为有些人可能看起来很高大，或者是有些动物很大只，你就想说啊，它一定很凶，会咬人。可是我们水豚不是哦，它是 gentle giants，它很温柔的。
So cute. Yeah, so the subtitle here is Get to Know the World's Cutest Rodents. Aha, so these things are rodents.
Surprise.
Yeah.
对，他们是啮齿类动物。
Yeah, they kind of look more like, it's like almost like a pig or a small hippopotamus but in fact, they're like the same as like in like a rat or a mouse.
对，同学你看它跟那个老鼠的那个尺寸差很大，可它其实是属于啮齿动物的。对，而且水豚呢，刚才Shane老师有讲到说它们看起来很像猪，因为水豚这个字呢，其实从拉丁文里面就是水中的猪跑过来的哈，后来就是 water pig， 对，然后就变成 capybara， 在中文就翻成水豚，因为豚在中文也是猪的意思。
Oh really? I didn't know. So 海豚也是。
对，就是对，豚是猪的意思。在日文也是。
So that just means like, really? It means like a dolphin would be like an ocean pig?
尤其在台语好像也是。
That's weird because when I think of a dolphin, I don't think of anything having to do with a pig.
对耶。但是在台语的话，海豚就是海猪，我们要念海猪。
Wow. That's really interesting. Okay, thank you for teaching me some Chinese. That's great. Okay, why don't we go ahead and get into today's lesson? Okay, welcome back, everybody. So we are talking about these capybaras. So let's begin the article. When most people think of rodents, mice or squirrels probably come to mind.
当大部分人想到说啮齿类动物的时候，你可能想到的是老鼠啊，想到的是松鼠啊这一类的。
Yeah, it probably comes to mind means that's what you will think of. So when you think of rodents, you think of mice or squirrels. Or in other words, what comes to mind is mice or squirrels.
对，那这个 come to mind 就是想到，可是同学要特别注意的就是这个 come to mind 的主词啊，要是东西。我们中文会说我想到什么，可是英文啊，你反而要把你想到的东西放前面。就比如说我发生了一件好事，可是在英文里面呢，你要讲好事发生了在我身上。所以这个要特别小心，你前面放的东西呢，要是呢你觉得浮现在你脑中的东西哦。但如果你想要讲说人，然后想到什么，那你想要把它语序呢变得跟中文比较接近，你就可以说 somebody calls something to mind or somebody brings something to mind. 你可以用 call 或 bring.
Right. Good point. Okay, continuing. Most people are also not especially fond of rodents. Well, that is true, but I think I'm an exception to the rule.
Even for rats?
Even for rats.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm not scared of them. And in fact, I think they're really cute. Probably because there was a movie when I was a kid called Ben, and it was about a rat that a boy had as a pet. And in fact, growing up, I had a rat as a pet, and I had friends who had rats as pets, and they are so gentle and smart and sweet and clean. In fact, they are they keep themselves very clean.
And they're gentle because I imagine that they bite. No, they don't?
Well, no. I mean, they're actually quite tame. So tame is another word for not wild.
Tame 就是很温驯的。Shane 老师说他小时候呢有养过 rat， 然后很乖，很聪明，很爱干净。
And really sweet. They were really gentle and just cute.
所以跟我们的印象不一样，因为这边有讲说大部分的人啊其实都不是特别的喜欢这种啮齿类，我们就觉得可能脏啊、老鼠啊、不干净啊，对 be fond of 喜欢，那这个 fun 是形容词。
Right, yeah. To be fond of something just means that you like it. Right?
对。
Okay. However, a lot of people make exceptions for capybaras. Okay. The world's largest and cutest rodents.
对，虽然大家有可能不喜欢啮齿类，可是呢，这里就讲说其实很多人呢都破例了，就是为了这个 capybara， 我们今天讲的这个水豚破例了哈。那这里的话，它有一个逗点，逗点后面其实在解释水豚是什么呢？哇，它就是全世界呢最大最可爱的啮齿类动物。
Yeah, we just definitely do not think of them as rodents, but now you know that there are in fact some really cute rodents, these
台湾人喜欢的，对台湾人可以接受的。
Yeah, although I think that actually rats are cuter than capybaras. I know a lot of people are not going to agree with me because we think of them as dirty, but in general, rodents are just they're very clever.
对，我觉得因为很多的影片都有那个什么在教那个训练那个老鼠啊跑那个轮子啊。
Right. Okay, so continuing, native to South America, capybaras are closely related to guinea pigs, and they like living near bodies of water.
这里就在介绍说水豚它的一些家世背景啦。他说它其实是 South America 南美洲的原生物种，这个 native 我们看过几次了，对不对？这个是原生在哪个地方？他说呢，水豚它其实呢是和这个 guinea pig 天竺鼠呢，他们有亲属的关系，很近的近亲的关系。然后呢，他们喜欢住在就是水的附近。那个 bodies of water， 这个 body 不是身体这个 body 是水体啊、水域的意思，所以 bodies of water 就是水，一团水的旁边这样子。
Right. Okay. Continuing, capybaras are usually found near lakes and rivers in densely forested areas.
对，所以通常会在这个lakes 湖啊，或者是河流啊，或者是呢，这里有一个 densely forested areas。这个 densely forested 就是 densely 呢就是很密集的，forested 就是很多树的嘛，所以就是茂密的森林地区都可以看到它们。
Right. Because they are highly social species, they can be found in groups. Right. So we say they are highly social species. So if a species, well, first of all, species is just like, you have human beings, dogs, cats, all of these things are different, different species. If a species is social, that means that it likes to interact and to be around other members of their species.
对，那这个 social 的意思啊，其实有两个。第一个是指群居的，像这里那个 social species， 它可能在讲群居的。那有时候我们可以讲说，人的个性很喜欢跟人家社交的啊 ，social species。所以呢，我们刚有聊过，就是他们呢其实还蛮喜欢群居的，他们也很亲人，所以它通常呢是以群体的方式存在。
Right. Okay. So, well, that's pretty interesting because when I've seen them, they don't seem to do much socializing. They don't do much. They just kind of stand around.
That's true.
Maybe that's why it's related to a pig, because we think of pigs as being lazy.
就都不太动，一直吃。我记得水豚很爱吃，就一直吃，一直吃。
They love to eat. Okay, why don't we take a short break and we'll be back in a moment. welcome back, everybody. All right. Getting back to the capybaras. Capybaras have chubby bodies, short heads, and brown fur. Chubby.
They are, aren't they?
They are quite chubby, right? So chubby is kind of a cute word for fat.
对，可是通常我们都会用来讲小孩，对不对？用大人就不适合用任何的形容词在形容人的胖瘦。
You should never, especially in, I think foreign cultures. I mean, I can really only speak for the United States, but you never tell somebody that they are fat.
Or thin.
Well, you could say something, so, wow, you look really thin. I think most people would still be happy.
Oh, they're going to take it as a compliment?
I think people like to be called thin, yeah.
Oh, really?
And only if you say too thin or too skinny, then it would be bad. But I think in general, just avoid calling somebody fat or chubby. But chubby can sound like it's not very fat, just like you have a little bit of fat, and it's cute.
通常讲小朋友那个有的时候手脚啊圆滚滚的这样
Right.
对，他就说这个水豚啊，它身体有点胖胖的，然后头短短的，然后呢是褐色的毛，这个 fur 那个Shane老师可不可以帮我们解释一下？
Well, so fur is like the hair on an animal, basically.
所以人不能用。
Yeah, you can't say I like your fur, and you wouldn't say that capybara has nice hair. Yeah, so hair is something that we find mostly on humans, and fur is something, the hair that we find on an animal.
对，这是他们的不同。
And then remember, it's not very soft.
对，而且它也没有很密。我以为他们会很密。
Right, yeah. It's quite spread out and not soft. Pretty
毛硬粗粗的，然后有点稀疏，有些地方是没有毛的。
Right, yeah, exactly. Okay. Continuing, adult capybaras can grow over 1 meter in length, stand up to 60 centimeters tall, and weigh 35 to 66 kilograms on average. Can you imagine? Well, for me, it wouldn't be too bad, but can you imagine a rat? That was 1 meter in length and 60 centimeters tall. It sounds like something from like a horror movie. Right?
那种末日的那种电影。还有它长得很可爱，如果它长得就是像 rat 这样，我觉得大部分台湾人应该都不能接受，太可怕了。
Oh, yeah. I'm never going to understand why people don't like rats. They're so sweet.
因为我觉得应该是因为台湾有的时候会觉得他们很脏，因为他们通常都在那个水沟出现。
And historically, they transmit diseases. That's really the main problem. So we've been kind of socialized and educated to fear rats because where rats are present, there's going to be diseases.
就主要应该是因为以前黑死病，对不对？
Right,
那个对
Black Plague.
对，所以大家都会觉得说那个老鼠在这个文化里面是不好的，因为他们传染疾病。他就说其实大只的成年的这个水豚，他们呢身长的话呢大概可以超过1公尺，那站起来的话大概是60公分高。那可是60公分高呢，他们体重竟然有35到66公斤，平均来讲，所以算是有一点点不是那么瘦。
You can tell they're fat. They're chubby, we'll say chubby. Chubby sounds cuter. Okay.
然后 on average, what does that mean?
On average just means the kind of the middle weight that you're going to find. So if you take, 10 of these and you measure them, the average weight or kind of the typical weight is going to be from 35 to 66.
I would say there's a very big range.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised too that it's such a wide range. But I guess what they're saying here is that it's going to be not very typical to find one under 35.
通常都会是比较重一点点的。对，因为小朋友120公分差不多也是这个重量嘛，对不对？所以他们60公分就一半而已，所以算是比较圆滚滚的。那 on average 是平均，那如果高于平均的话就是 above average， 低于 below average.
Below, correct. Okay. It is worth noting that female capybaras are often heavier than males.
这个在动物界好像蛮平常的，就是母的会比公的大只，对不对？
Is it? I guess when you I don't know. Is that true?
I don't know.
I'm thinking about humans, and then I thought about lions, and I'm thinking about,
What about insects? 在昆虫的
Oh, it does seem there are quite a few females that are larger than the males. Usually, sometimes ridiculously larger than the males, and they'll eat them.
蜘蛛吗？对啊，好像在动物界他就说我们值得注意的就是 it's worth noting that 这个同学可以记起来 it's worth noting that 可是它也是比较正式的用法在日常生活中口语用好像有点太正式
Exactly, yeah. You wouldn't really say this in conversation that much.
对对对
Unless you're speaking in a formal environment, if you're a teacher or something like that. So it's okay for us to say that.
对
But you won't really say it to your friends.
有点不知道要讲什么大事吗有点紧张
It's worth noting that female, right. Okay, so they are heavier than the males, which is different than humans, for
母的
sure.
会比公的还要重一点
Okay, why don't you take a little break and we'll be back in a moment. Okay, welcome back, everybody. So let's continue the article. They mostly consume aquatic plants and grass, much like cows do. Okay, so there are quite a few vocabulary words here. Pretty tough. So to consume is just another way to say eat.
对吃吃喝喝
Right, or drink, right? So consume something. And to consume aquatic plants. So if we say, we see that's an adjective here, meaning something that is in the water, which is also coming from a Latin word. And you'll see like in Spanish, the word for water is actually agua.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so aquatic is all coming from this word water. So these are plants that grow in water.
对
So they consume plants that grow in water and grass.
对，他说他们主要吃的呢就是水生的植物和草啊，就像那个牛一样。那这个 aquatic 其实同学其实比较不会很陌生，因为我们有那个 Aquaman， 对不对？
Oh, there you go. Right.
水行侠，对对对，所以水的意思。
Yeah, and just it's worth noting that the word consume is also a little bit more formal. You're not going to say, let's go consume dinner. I want to consume this piece of pizza. It's quite weird. We use this more when we're talking about scientific
对
things.
在期刊上面讲说动物的习性的时候才会用到 consume 这个字。
Right. Okay. Okay, moving on. Capybaras also eat their own poop.
Okay.
You know, I went to the zoo recently and I found that the Taipei Zoo really loves to talk about poop.
Oh, really?
If you use any of the restrooms in there, there's signs telling you all about poop, this poop, that poop, what animals eat poop. I've found that a lot of animals eat their own poop.
Really? Can you give us some examples?
I'll give you an example of a very disgusting one. Is one that was a monkey that we saw. Not just one. They were just pooping into their hands and then just eating it.
Is there a reason why they do so?
It looked like 双麒麟. Like they were just like...
热的双麒麟
Yeah, it was just really... I don't know. I'm not sure why they do that. Well, maybe it's the same reason here. It goes on to say they do this to produce good bacteria in their stomachs.
Oh, so that's why.
Right. Okay. So I guess the bacteria that's coming from your gut, and gut's another word for your stomach and intestines there's a lot of the bacteria that in your body is good bacteria.
对
So putting that back into your body, I guess you're putting more good bacteria back into your body. So maybe we should all eat poop. No.
同学我来讲一下好他就说那个水豚啊他会吃他们自己的排泄物那这里当然我们用 poop 不然就没有其他字可以用这是比较委婉那个 poop 是比较可爱比较委婉的字
Yes.
对然后
We can't use the other word for poop here. We are very proper English teachers.
对没错
But it starts with S.
然后就说呢他们这样做是为了要就是因为呢他们的胃啊其实会制造 好菌所以他们其实如果他们把那个他们自己的排泄物吃进去的话呢，其实是可以 produce good bacteria， 可以制造好菌在他们的胃里面的。
Right. Exactly. So they do this to produce good bacteria in their stomach, which can help them get more vitamins and protein from their food. Because we do know that the good bacteria will help to break down the vitamins and the protein and help you absorb those into your body to get their nutrients.
对，
So poop is good.
他说这样就可以帮助他们呢获得比较多的维他命啊，还有那个蛋白质从他们的食物里面这样。好，那我们来看到这个 bacteria， 它其实呢一直的都是用复数型出现你很少看到它单数型因为它是拉丁文嘛，那它单数型是 bacterium， 后面呢把 a 改成 um， 比较少看到它，我们记得都是用复数型来讲这个细菌。
Right. Okay, well that's all the time we have for day 1, but we will continue to talk about Capybaras in day 2. Looking forward to seeing you, and we'll see you soon.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.